Now, Lake of the Ozarks News Update. Stories, events, activities, and entertainment information of interest in and around the lake area.
I'm Ashley Kyle.
And I'm Bob Spicer.
And this is your Lake News Update brought to you by Lake TV and LakeExpo.com. The Signature Chefs Auction last week raised thousands of dollars for the March of Dimes. The fundraiser featured nearly 24 chefs from around the lake serving their finest creations in the Lodge of Four Seasons Granada Ballroom. Custom chef packages were auctioned off and hundreds of people filled the room to enjoy an evening of food and wine and to support research for healthy pregnancies and healthy babies.
October was Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and Paul's Supermarkets raised nearly $1,900 during a Purple Ribbon campaign to support Citizens Against Domestic Violence. The grocery store also recognized cashier Devon Hall for raising the most money out of all the company's employees. In 2013, Citizens Against Domestic Violence provided more than 2,000 bed nights and assisted more than 700 victims of domestic violence in the lake area.
A proposed tax levy increase was strongly rejected by voters in the Mid-County Fire Protection District last week. The vote was 336 yes to 646 no. The increase would have been the first in the district's history, and the district board said it needed the extra revenue to sustain its current level of operations. Chief Scott Franson said without the increase, the district may have to close some fire stations. Only about 10% of voters in the district showed up to cast a ballot on November 5th.
Camden County Planning and Zoning Administrator Don Hathaway was recently placed on unpaid leave, the county is reporting. Hathaway was placed on leave for 2 weeks, according to Presiding Commissioner Chris Franken, but he's scheduled to return to work on November 15th. Franken declined comment further on the issue.
An Iberia woman was killed in a crash on Highway 42 last week. The Highway Patrol reported Stephanie Myers was driving east on the highway when her car went off the right edge of the road. She reportedly overcorrected and crashed. She was pronounced dead at the scene. Stephanie Myers was 40 years old.
A guilty verdict was overturned last week for a man accused of killing a Columbia Tribune sports editor back in 2001. Ryan Ferguson has spent nearly a decade in prison for that crime, but the Missouri Court of Appeals says the prosecution withheld witness testimony that casts serious doubts about Ferguson's guilt. If the state does not file to retry Ferguson, he must be released from the Missouri Department of Corrections within 15 days of the appeal court's decision. Ferguson had been sentenced to 40 years in prison.
A week after she reportedly went missing, Eldon police have issued a missing persons advisory for 16-year-old Ethel Parker of Iberia. Police say the missing persons incident occurred at 7:47 p.m. on October 28th at Grand Avenue in Eldon. The Eldon police have identified 21-year-old Harley McFadden as a possible suspect allegedly involved with Parker's disappearance. Police say Parker allegedly sent her brother a text message on November 1st saying she was not coming home. Ethel Parker is 5'4" tall, weighs 120 pounds, and has blonde hair and blue eyes.
November is the month for hunters, and many Missourians are cleaning their guns and checking their tree stands for deer season, which opens this weekend. The regular firearm season will run from November 16th through the 26th, and it's followed by the antlerless season from November 27th through December 8th. Finding that trophy buck may be tough, but the Missouri Department of Conservation makes it pretty easy for hunters to get licensed even the night before opening day. Check the department's website to register online and print off your tags and to find more details about all the hunting seasons in Missouri. Now here's a look at more fun events coming this weekend.
This Saturday, the Lori Enchanted Village of Lights will open for the holiday season. Get in the holiday spirit as you drive through Acres of Lights displays at the Lori Fairgrounds.
World League Wrestling is coming to the Eldon Community Center on Saturday night. The excitement begins at 7 p.m. Visit harleyrace.com for more details.
Saturday night, the Osage Beach Elks Lodge will host Music Trivia Night beginning at 7 p.m. 8 rounds of 10 questions will center around popular music across several generations. There will be a silent auction and light appetizers will be provided.
All day Saturday, the resort at Port Arrowhead will host a holiday bazaar from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. The event will feature vendors selling a variety of crafts and gift items.
Sunday afternoon, the Greater Lake Area Chorale will perform winter songs at Harper Chapel United Methodist Church in Osage Beach. The free concert begins at 3 o'clock p.m. I'm Ashley Kyle.
And I'm Bob Spicer.
And this has been your Lake News Update brought to you by Lake TV and LakeExpo.com.